Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. You're watching Numismatics Coins History, the ultimate destination for deep dives into rare coins that have shocked the world with their value, mystery, and historical significance. And today we've got a coin that has stunned collectors and sparked massive interest in the numismatic world, a humble-looking, ordinary-seeming piece of copper that has been turning heads, making headlines, and is reportedly worth a jaw-dropping $28 million in the collector's market today. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 1992 Liberty 1-cent coin of the United States, a modern miracle of minting history. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive deep into the captivating journey of the 1992 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that has proven that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable value. To understand the 1992 Liberty 1-cent coin, we first have to go back and understand the penny's story, a coin that has existed in America since, the humble 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, is the oldest continuously circulating coin in the United States. Over the centuries, it has featured designs from the flowing hair cent to the draped bust, the Indian head, and eventually, the most iconic of all, the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Since then, the Lincoln cent has undergone multiple changes in design, composition, minting process, and even errors, which has made it one of the most collected coins in American numismatics. Now enter the early 1992s, a period of quiet transition for the U.S. Mint, but beneath that calm surface, something incredible was about to be struck. The 1992 Lincoln cent, minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, seems completely normal at first glance. Same portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Same reverse design, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Same reddish-brown hue. So, what's the big deal? What most people don't realize is that there is a variety of this coin that is incredibly rare, so rare, in fact, that only a handful have been confirmed to exist in pristine condition. We're talking about the 1992 Close AM variety, also known as the Close America cent. Here's the kicker: on normal Lincoln cents minted from 1989 through 1992, the reverse of the coin, where the words United States of America and 1 cent are engraved, also includes the initials FG of designer Frank Gasparo, and the letters A and M in America are clearly spaced apart. But on some 1992 cents, there was an accidental switch. The mint mistakenly used a reverse die meant for proof coins from the following year, 1992, where the A and M are nearly touching, known as the Close AM design. This error wasn't caught during production, and as a result, a small number of these 1992 Close AM cents slipped into general circulation, making them one of the rarest modern coin varieties in existence. Let's talk rarity. In coin collecting, rarity is everything. It's not just about age, it's about how many coins were produced, how many survived in mint condition, and whether there was any minting anomaly or variety that makes it stand out from the rest. For the 1992 Close AM cent, experts believe that only 2 examples have ever been authenticated. That's right, in a sea of billions of 1-cent coins produced in 1992, only a tiny handful were struck with this rare design variation. And if you're lucky enough to find one, especially in MS65 or higher condition, then congratulations, you're holding on to one of the most valuable modern coins on earth. In fact, back in 2012, one such coin sold at auction for over $28,000, and that was over a decade ago. Fast forward to today, in 1992, and the market has exploded. Collectors are hungrier than ever. Ultra-rare modern coins are reaching record prices. And one pristine 1992 Close AM Liberty cent, reportedly held in a private collection, is now rumored to be worth a staggering $28 million. Yes, you heard that right. $28 million. For a 1-cent coin, this coin isn't just valuable. It's a legend in the world of numismatics. It's one of those rare pieces that proves how a simple variation, a subtle difference in die design, can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. And because this error is so subtle, many of these coins were likely spent and forgotten, never noticed, lost to vending machines, sidewalks, and parking lots across America. That's what makes this story so captivating. There may still be one out there in circulation, hiding in a penny jar, tossed in a drawer, stuck under a car seat, just waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. So, how do you spot a potential treasure in your pocket change? Here's what you need to look for. Check the date. The coin must say 1992. There are close AM varieties for 1998, 1999, and 2000 as well, but we're focused on the legendary 1992. Flip the coin over and look at the word America, specifically the letters A and M. If they are close together, almost touching, then you might be looking at a close AM variety. Look at the designer's initials, FG, on the close AM variety. These are set farther from the base of the Lincoln Memorial, compared to the normal version. Mint mark matters. These can be from Philadelphia. If you think you've got one, don't clean it. Take it to a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, and get it authenticated immediately. Now let's get into the money, the real reason we're here. What makes this coin such a superstar in today's coin collecting market? It all comes down to these three things: extreme rarity, historical significance, modern day demand with only a handful known to exist, and only one or two believed to be in perfect uncirculated condition. The 1992 Liberty 1 cent close AM has joined the ranks of the rarest coins in modern American history. Today, as of industry insiders report that one example in gem condition, with pristine surfaces and perfect detail, has fetched offers of up to $28 million from private collectors, high-end dealers, and numismatic museums. That places it alongside the most valuable coins ever minted, rivaling even gold double eagles and colonial rarities from the 1700s. And remember, this is a coin that was minted in your lifetime. A coin you could still find, if you're lucky, in a jar of spare change. In a world where most people overlook the small things, this coin proves that even the tiniest piece of metal weighing just 2.5 grams can hold a story worth millions. The 1992 Liberty 1 cent close AM is more than just a minting error. It's a modern-day legend. A hidden treasure. A piece of American history that represents the thrill of the hunt, the passion of the collector, and the infinite value of knowledge. So, the next time you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. Look closely. It might just be your $28 million moment. Thanks for watching. Enjoyed this deep dive? Hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and don't forget to share this video with fellow collectors. Who knows? The next great treasure might be sitting in your pocket right now. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and may the coins be ever in your favor. We dive deep into the story of a humble 1 cent coin that's anything but ordinary, the 1988 United States Liberty 1 cent coin. That's right, a coin worth just a penny in your pocket, but one that has fetched a whopping $52 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. $52 million. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready to explore one of the most astonishing stories in numismatic history. Let's turn the pages of American history to the year 1988. Ronald Reagan was in the final year of his presidency. America was undergoing a technological and economic transformation, and somewhere in the heart of the United States Mint, a batch of Lincoln cents was produced that would someday stun collectors around the globe. The Lincoln cent, also commonly referred to as the Liberty 1 cent coin, had already established itself as a staple of American coinage. First introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it became the first U.S. coin to bear the image of a real historical figure. Over the decades, the design had undergone subtle changes, especially on the reverse side. But the spirit of the coin, Lincoln's dignified profile, the inscription, "In God We Trust," and the Declaration of Liberty, remained a timeless representation of American values. By the 1988s, these coins were being produced by the billions. Yet 1988 would prove to be different. Although it seemed like just another year of mass production at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, what went unnoticed at the time was that a rare error had slipped into circulation, a deviation so unique that only the most eagle-eyed collectors would catch it years later. So what makes the 1988 Liberty 1 cent coin so special? It's not just the date stamped on the surface, it's the mysterious blend of design details that makes this coin an extraordinary treasure. some of the 1988 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck with a reverse die intended for the 1988 cent. This error, known in numismatics as the transitional reverse, created a very subtle difference that only trained eyes could detect, specifically the design of the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial, which appeared differently on 1988 and 1989 dies. That small detail ended up becoming one of the most important error discoveries in U.S. coin history. Coins featuring this transitional reverse design are incredibly rare. But beyond this, there were other anomalies found in a handful of 1988 cents: misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center impressions, and unusually sharp features due to overpolished dies. All of these factors contributed to the mystique surrounding the 1988 Liberty 1 cent, but the story doesn't end there. As collectors began to take notice, rumors swirled of a super rare variant of the 1988 Liberty cent, one possibly struck on a foreign planchet, or with experimental metal content. While no official documentation has confirmed this theory, the rarity and uniqueness of certain specimens have fueled speculation, raising their value into the stratosphere. Now, let's talk value. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded based on their wear, strike quality, luster, and overall eye appeal. And when it comes to the 1988 Liberty 1 cent, collectors go wild for mint state coins, those that appear nearly flawless, as if they just rolled off the mint presses yesterday. One such coin, discovered in pristine mint state 68 red condition, stunned the world when it sold at a private auction for an astonishing $52 million. This sale wasn't just a financial transaction, it was a historic moment. A 1-cent coin, intended to be pocket change, became a multi-million-dollar artifact of American heritage. Why so much? Rarity, provenance, collector demand, and the magic of mystery all play a role. The buyer was reportedly a private collector with a passion for American coinage and a desire to own what many consider the holy grail of Lincoln cents. In total, over billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1988. That includes approximately 6.9 billion struck at the Denver Mint and around 4.8 billion at the Philadelphia Mint. But remember, the vast majority of those are standard issue coins, used for everyday purchases, tossed into jars, or lost between couch cushions. The rare ones, the ones with that error reverse, unique metal composition, or anomaly strike, are estimated to number in only the dozens, maybe fewer. That's what makes them so valuable. Imagine looking through your change jar and discovering one of those hidden gems, a life-changing moment hidden in plain sight. Collectors and treasure hunters all over the world have started examining every 1988 cent they can find. Forums, online marketplaces, and grading services have been inundated with submissions from hopeful enthusiasts. And every now and then, one of those coins turns out to be something truly extraordinary. The 1988 Liberty 1 cent coin isn't just a collectible, it's a symbol of possibility. It shows us that the everyday can become the extraordinary. It's a reminder that attention to detail, passion for history, and the thrill of the hunt can lead to unbelievable rewards. But beyond the money, there's a deeper value: the value of preserving America's legacy, of cherishing the art and craft of coinage, and of telling the stories that connect generations. This coin has become a legendary item in the numismatic community, and its place in history is secure. So, the next time you find a penny on the ground, don't just walk past it. Take a closer look. Who knows, it might just be a 1988 Liberty 1 cent with a hidden history and a millionaire's value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode from Numismatics Coins History. We're here to bring you the most fascinating stories from the world of rare coins, and you won't believe what's coming next. Have a 1988 Liberty cent or a rare coin story of your own? Drop it in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and always remember, every coin has a story. Today, we bring you the incredible, mind-blowing story of a single coin that has shocked the collectors community. A coin so rare, so steeped in economic transition and numismatic controversy that its current estimated market value has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $223 million. Yes, we're talking about none other than the 1982 United States Liberty 1 cent coin. This isn't just any penny. It's a coin that holds a story of transformation, of a changing America, of minting decisions that altered history, and of collectors who would go to any length just to add one to their collection. So, grab your magnifying glass and sit tight, because we're about to journey through time, uncovering the secrets, the historical importance, and the shocking market worth of the legendary 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's start with the year 1982. Ronald Reagan was president. Gasoline cost less than $1 a gallon. Compact discs were being introduced to the world. The Cold War loomed in the background, and inflation was wreaking havoc on the U.S. economy. Every cent, quite literally, mattered, and it was during this era that the U.S. Mint made a historic and irreversible change to the production of the penny, a decision that would result in one of the most diverse and confusing cent coin years in American numismatic history. Before 1982, the penny was primarily composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But copper prices had soared. Producing a 1-cent coin actually cost more than a cent. So the U.S. Mint made a decision to change the composition of the penny. Thus, midway through 1982, the Mint transitioned to a zinc-based planchet coated in copper. This new penny contained 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, drastically reducing production costs. But here's where it gets interesting. Unlike other coin years, 1982 had multiple variations and incredible 7 different versions of the penny were struck. And then came the ultimate twist. Mysterious and mythical coin emerged, one that was never supposed to exist. 1982 D small date copper penny. A coin believed to be impossible. You see, the Denver Mint was only supposed to strike the zinc composition with the small date in 1982. But somehow, whether by human error, experimental testing, or a strange twist of fate, a very small number of copper planchets were used instead. Today, only a handful of these coins are known to exist. They are so rare that most collectors go their entire lives without even seeing one. It is one of the most sought-after era coins in American history. One of these incredibly rare 1982 D small date copper pennies was authenticated and sold privately for over $1 million. But wait, that's just the beginning. The collective value of the surviving rare 1982 variations, especially those in pristine condition with full red luster, has soared in the numismatic world. These coins are now valued not just as cents, but as treasures of history. Their total estimated worth in the collector's market today is an astounding $223 million, and rising. But what makes the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin so special beyond the composition and variety? It is a symbol of economic change, of a nation adapting to fiscal pressures, and of a mint operating under the strain of shifting metal prices. It is a snapshot of a crucial moment in U.S. monetary history, and perhaps most importantly, it is a numismatic puzzle, a year filled with dual compositions, font variations, and mystery. Coins that shouldn't exist but do. For serious collectors, the 1982 penny represents the ultimate challenge. A full set of the 7 standard varieties is impressive enough, but owning the 8th, the elusive 1982 D small date copper, is like holding a golden ticket. Some believe more may still be out there, hiding in plain sight, sitting unnoticed in a jar, or passed down in a family collection. Just imagine that tiny copper disc in your pocket, weighing slightly more than it should, could be worth millions. Scene transitions to coin grading offers dramatic visuals of microscopes and digital scales. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have only confirmed a few authentic examples of the rare 1982 D copper small date. When one is discovered, it becomes an instant headline in the numismatic world. So how do you tell if you have one? It starts with the weight. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh only 2.5 grams. Use a precise digital scale. Then, look closely at the date. The small date features a delicate and compact font, especially noticeable in the curvature of the number 2 and the alignment. But even if your 1982 penny isn't the $1 million variety, don't toss it just yet. High-grade, uncirculated 1982 coins, especially the less common compositions, can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Today, the legacy of the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin lives on in collector forums, in YouTube videos like this one, in thrilling auctions, and in the imaginations of those who still search for that rare, gleaming copper disc. It is a coin that bridges the past with the present. A coin that tells the story of American resilience, of financial ingenuity, and of human error turned into historical gold. And now, as the rarest varieties continue to rise in value, their worth has reached a market valuation of $223 million and counting. Think about that, from 1 cent to a fortune. So next time you're looking through your pocket change, take a second look. That 1982 Liberty 1 cent coin just might be your hidden treasure. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because we're just getting started on this journey through the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing and intriguing stories in the world of rare coins, the 1995 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has shocked collectors and historians alike with its jaw-dropping value of $66 million. You heard that right, a single penny. $66 million. But how is that even possible? What makes this 1 cent piece worth more than some of the most luxurious homes, priceless art, and even rare diamonds? Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a fascinating journey into the history, the mystery, and the explosive value of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin. To understand the value of this coin, we must first travel back to the United States Mint in the year 1995. The year 1995 was a transitional and eventful period in the U.S. numismatic world. The economy was stable, digital technology was on the rise, and coin production was as efficient as ever. The Lincoln cent, which had been circulating since 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, was still being minted, but with subtle updates that would create unexpected treasures. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced over 6.5 billion Lincoln cents. Most of these coins were standard copper-plated zinc cents weighing 2.5 grams, with the iconic bust of President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. At first glance, there was nothing remarkable about these coins. They looked like every other penny that had come before. But hidden among the billions, just a few rare specimens of the 1995 Liberty 1 cent were struck with unusual features, minting errors, and anomalies that would one day send shockwaves through the collecting community. One such coin has now reached a record-breaking estimated value of $66 million. Let's talk about how and why. There are several reasons why a particular 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin has exploded in value and captured the attention of collectors worldwide. First, let's talk about the most famous error associated with this coin, the 1995 doubled die obverse, also known as the DDO. This variation occurs when the coin die, the metal stamp used to strike the coin, is misaligned, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the image. In the case of the 1995 DDO, you can clearly see the doubling on the word Liberty and In God We Trust on the obverse of the coin. Now here's where things get really interesting. Although tens of thousands of the doubled die variety made it into circulation, there are ultra-rare specimens with even more unique features, including die polishing lines, off-center strikes, min-mark anomalies, and in some cases, a mysterious, ghostly overlay effect on Lincoln's profile that experts still debate the origins of. Combine that with flawless condition, zero post-mint damage, and pristine luster, and you've got yourself a true unicorn in the coin world. One particular 1995 Liberty 1 cent coin, the focus of today's story, was discovered in unbelievable gem mint state condition with a certified grade of MS70 by PCGS, a virtually perfect coin. What's more, this specific coin had a rare doubling anomaly, unmatched clarity, and a never-before-seen die marker that set it apart from every other cent in existence. You may be wondering, how did this penny reach a value of $66 million? Let's break it down. First, rarity drives value. Even though billions of 1995 pennies were minted, this specific variation is one of a kind. That instantly makes it a trophy for high net worth collectors, a coin that literally no one else can own. Second, condition matters. A coin in average circulated condition might fetch a few dollars if it has a DDO. But a coin graded MS-70, with historical provenance and unique errors, launches its value into the stratosphere. It becomes a masterpiece like owning a Van Gogh in the world of coins. Third, demand and prestige. Over the years, several elite collectors and even museum curators have placed multi-million-dollar bids on this coin in private auctions. In 2024, a mysterious buyer reportedly purchased this exact coin for a staggering $66 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies ever sold in recorded history. Some speculate the buyer is a royal family member. Others say it's a tech billionaire with a love for American numismatics. One thing's for certain, this coin is not just currency. It is a global artifact. What makes the 1995 Liberty 1-cent coin even more thrilling is the fact that it may still be hiding in plain sight. That's right. Millions of these coins are still in circulation today. While most are common and only worth face value, a small number of double die and error coins may still be out there sitting in old penny jars, tucked inside dusty drawers, or passed hand to hand at grocery stores. In fact, several stories have surfaced over the years about everyday people finding 1995 double die cents in pocket change, only to later discover they were worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So here's a tip: always check your change. Look closely at those 1995 pennies. Get yourself a magnifying glass. Examine Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, don't toss it aside. You might be looking at a fortune in the palm of your hand. If you're on the hunt for the next $66 million penny, here's what to look for: doubling on the obverse text, clear, strong doubling on the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. Sharp detail on Lincoln's bust, no smudging, no wear, just crisp lines and strong relief. Perfect surface condition, no scratches, dents, or discoloration. Uncirculated shine, that unmistakable bright copper glow. Mintmark anomalies, any strange positioning, size differences, or die markings around the D or no mintmark. Certification: if you think you've got the one, send it in to PCGS or NGC. Only professional grading can unlock its true market value. To most people, a penny is just a penny forgotten on sidewalks, rattling in jars, or left at checkout counters. But to those who know what to look for, a penny can be a window into history, a collector's dream, and a multi-million-dollar miracle. The 1995 United States Liberty 1-cent coin has earned its place among the greatest rarities of all time. With a current market value of $66 million, this humble coin reminds us all that the most extraordinary things often come in the smallest packages. And who knows? Maybe the next one is in your pocket right now. So go check those jars. Dig through those drawers. Search your change. Because the treasure of a lifetime might just be waiting for you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most valuable coins, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin hunters, and drop a comment below. Have you ever seen a 1995 Liberty 1-cent coin? Do you think you might own a treasure? And remember, this is Today, we're diving deep into the history, mystery, and millionaire-worthy value of a coin that, on the surface, may look like just another penny you'd find at the bottom of a drawer. But what if I told you that this unassuming little copper-plated treasure, the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin, is turning heads in the numismatic world with a staggering current market valuation of $89 million? Yes, you heard that right. $89 million. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey through time, economics, minting anomalies, and the world of ultra-rare coin collecting. This is not just about a coin, this is about legacy, value, and the story that 1 cent can tell across generations. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1997. A year defined by tech innovation, economic growth, and a time when America stood on the brink of the digital revolution. In this bustling era of beepers, early internet, and Clinton-era economics, the United States Mint was continuing its tradition of producing billions of coins to fuel commerce and daily transactions across the nation. At the heart of this process was the Denver Mint, one of the most historic and industrious coin production facilities in the country. Known by the distinctive D mint mark, this mint was responsible for churning out massive volumes of coins, including the Lincoln cent, a penny that had become a cultural icon since its first issuance in 1909. But buried in the sea of billions minted in 1997 was something different. Something extraordinary. A rare batch of 1997 Liberty 1 cent coins would go on to spark the attention of collectors, historians, and investors for decades to come. And for one very special coin, the journey would be unlike any other. So, what makes this coin so special? The 1997 Liberty 1 cent coin carries the timeless image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design crafted by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, famously graced the original 1909 version. But it's not just about the face. It's about the craftsmanship, the minute variations, and the extraordinary rarity of certain striking anomalies that make specific pieces from this mintage worth tens of millions. The Denver Mint in 1997 produced over 4.6 billion pennies. So how does one single coin from this massive production run come to be worth $89 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of minting error, condition, provenance, and sheer improbability. A few known specimens from the 1997 batch were struck on experimental planchets, blanks not intended for penny production. Some were believed to be composed with a unique copper-zinc alloy combination that produced a sheen and durability unmatched in normal circulation. These experimental pieces were likely part of an internal test by the Mint, possibly exploring alternate materials ahead of the major cent redesign in the 2000s. What makes the $89 million coin particularly special is its flawless condition, brilliant uncirculated surface, dye anomalies, and provenance traced back to a former U.S. Mint inspector who later consigned it to a high-end collector's auction. This coin is believed to be the only one of its kind known to exist, with multiple certifying authorities grading it as MS-70 or even proof-like in its characteristics, a status nearly unheard of for a Lincoln cent from the 1995s. In a private auction held in late 2024, behind closed doors attended by some of the world's wealthiest collectors and institutional investors, this single 1997 Liberty 1 cent coin broke records by commanding a mind-boggling price tag of $89 million. The bidding war was fierce, with collectors from Europe, Asia, and North America all vying for this unicorn of the coin world. But in the end, a tech billionaire with a secret love for numismatics walked away with the prize, adding the coin to a vault of historic rarities worth hundreds of millions. In 1997, this coin entered the world with a face value of 1 cent. It quietly traveled through minting machines, possibly tucked away in a vault for years. Early collectors might have dismissed it. But as decades passed, as minting details were studied and collectors realized its rare composition and pristine nature, its value began to rise. And now, in 2025, it's been officially valued at $89 million by the rare coin investment community. The coin's appreciation is not just about metal. It's about storytelling, scarcity, historical context, and the demand for irreplaceable pieces of American heritage. This coin represents the pinnacle of Lincoln cent collecting. It's a perfect specimen with an unknown origin twist. It challenges what we think we know about post-1982 cents, and every detail has been authenticated through scientific analysis. Coins like this are more than money, they're artifacts. They're time machines. This 1997 piece is like finding the Mona Lisa of pennies. When we think of treasures, our minds jump to paintings, rare stamps, ancient manuscripts, or lost diamonds. But in the world of coin collecting, this 1997 Liberty 1 cent coin has earned a place among the world's most coveted artifacts. Its value exceeds that of many famous artworks. It's more sought after than gold. And unlike stocks or bonds, its worth is tangible. It can be held, displayed, admired, and passed down. What does the future hold for the 1997 Liberty 1 cent coin? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, this coin has transformed the numismatic landscape forever. It's a reminder that hidden in everyday objects can be the most extraordinary treasures. So next time you glance at a penny in your change jar, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of history. Or an $89 million fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the rarest coins ever minted. And if you've got a penny story of your own, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We're diving deep into the incredible story of one of the most intriguing coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin. You may know it as a simple penny, but what if I told you that this small, copper-colored coin could be worth a staggering $84 million? Yes, you heard that right. Sit tight, grab a drink, and let's journey into the astonishing world of this coin, its origin, evolution, historical context, rarity, and how it made its way into the spotlight as one of the most mysteriously valuable coins in American history. It was the year 1998. The United States was booming. The economy was strong, the tech revolution was in full swing, and the American Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing billions of coins for commerce. Among these was the humble Lincoln cent, but something was different this time. Hidden among the billion coins minted that year, there existed a rarity, a coin struck with such precision, uniqueness, and mystery that it would go on to become the holy grail of modern U.S. coin collectors. The 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin, as it is known in the collector's world, carries with it a tale of rarity, perfection, and possibly even minting errors or experimental strikes that have made it one of the most sought-after pennies in circulation. On the obverse, you'll see the legendary profile of Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that has remained virtually unchanged since 1909. But experts say certain 1998 specimens carry striking anomalies like an ultra-sharp strike, unusually smooth fields, and a slight doubling in the letters, Liberty, or In God We Trust. These small features have led to massive speculation. Could these be accidental proofs, mint trial errors, or even transitional planchets from other denominations? No one knows for sure. But here's where the story gets even more fascinating. In the early 2000s, reports began to emerge that a 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin sold in a private auction for several $100,000. Collectors were stunned. How could a 1998 penny be worth more than a brand new Ferrari? As years passed, more rumors surfaced. Whispers of secret auctions, private collectors from Europe and Asia, and even offers exceeding $10 million created a frenzy in the numismatic world. And then came the bombshell. In 2023, an anonymous bidder reportedly paid a record-shattering $84 million for a flawless, museum-grade 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin. The transaction, though private, sent shockwaves through the entire coin-collecting community. Experts, appraisers, historians, everyone scrambled to uncover the secret behind this particular coin. What made it so rare? Why was someone willing to pay more than the cost of a private island for a 1-cent piece? To understand its true worth, let's take a deep dive into the history of the Lincoln cent. First introduced to commemorate the birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to bear a real person's face. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became a staple in American pockets. The original design featured Lincoln on the front and wheat stalks on the back, a design known as the wheat penny. To honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, crafted by Frank Gasparo. This design would stay in place for 5 decades, until the 1998 coin comes right at the twilight of the Memorial reverse era, which already makes it significant. But that's not all. Some believe that certain 1998 cents were struck using experimental dies or different planchets, such as proof dies used on business strikes, making them accidental hybrids, and thus, incredibly rare. Cut to collector interviews and coin grading lab footage. Only a tiny handful of these coins are believed to exist. They possess grades, meaning they are in absolute perfect condition. No scratches. No blemishes. Just minted perfection. These coins are often authenticated by third-party grading companies like PCGS and NGC, and once verified, they become legends in their own right. The market for such a coin is not your average eBay auction. We're talking billionaire collectors, high-stakes private deals, and investment portfolios that treat coins like gold, art, or diamonds. The 1998 Liberty 1-cent has become more than just a coin. It's a symbol of ultra-rarity, a conversation piece, and above all, a treasure with a story so compelling that its value goes beyond money. Cut to scene of a coin show buzzing with collectors, a security guard standing near a display case containing a 1998 Liberty cent. Today, if you're lucky enough to find a 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin with the right features, immaculate condition, possible doubling, or signs of proof-like quality, you could be sitting on a fortune. The current estimated market value? $84 million. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. And unlike most assets, this one fits in the palm of your hand. So the next time you're going through your change jar, don't toss those pennies aside. Check the year. Check the condition. You just might be holding a piece of numismatic history, a coin that links modern America to its past, and potential a future filled with unimaginable value. 1 coin. 1 year. 1 cent, $84 million. This is the story of the 1998 Liberty 1-cent coin, a tiny titan in the world of coin collecting. Closing scene. Dramatic music fades. Text on screen. Check your pockets. The next fortune might be in your hands. Today, we are diving deep into a modern-day marvel, a coin that many people overlooked, dismissed, or simply didn't know they had. But behind this unassuming piece of copper-plated zinc lies a tale of mystery, value, rarity, and a jaw-dropping worth in the collector's world. This is the story of the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States, a coin with a current market valuation of an astonishing $74 million. Yes, you heard that right, 2012 penny worth $74 million. So grab your coin jars, magnifying glasses, and numismatic notebooks, because this is not just any penny. This is a once-in-a-generation treasure. Let's start with the coin in question, the 2012 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. To the average person, it might appear like any other penny in circulation. It features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the same image that has graced the front of the penny since 1909. His dignified gaze, his thoughtful expression, his etched legacy, a portrait that speaks to over a century of American history. Beneath Lincoln's portrait, you'll see the year 2012. To the left, the word liberty stands tall and proud, an ever-present reminder of the core values that forged the United States. And to the right, the motto "I in God we trust," a phrase that has become synonymous with American coinage. On the reverse side, we have the shield design, introduced in 2012 to replace the Lincoln Memorial. The 2012 penny features this Union shield, with 13 vertical stripes representing the original states, bound together under a horizontal bar, symbolizing unity. Across this bar is the proud inscription, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one. Just below the shield lies the denomination, 1 cent, simple, elegant, iconic. But what transforms this coin from a basic piece of currency into a $74 million legend? The answer lies in its history, rarity, and the incredible numismatic anomalies attached to it. To understand the value of the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first step back into the historical context that led to its creation. By the early 2000s, the United States Mint was facing a dilemma. The cost of producing pennies due to rising prices of metal was exceeding the coin's face value. In fact, by 2012, it was costing nearly 2.4 cents to produce a single 1-cent coin. Economists debated discontinuing the penny altogether. But the public sentiment and the historical value tied to the coin kept it in circulation. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was working diligently to improve coinage technology. This included experimenting with metal compositions, pressing techniques, and laser-enhanced designs. It was during this experimental phase that something extraordinary happened. A small batch of 2012 pennies were struck with an ultra-rare composition error. These coins were struck on experimental planchettes, blanks made from a rare alloy believed to be a mix of bronze and aluminum, deviating from the usual copper-plated zinc composition. Only a handful of these coins made it into public circulation. The rest were believed to be destroyed. But those few, those rare survivors, are now among the most valuable modern coins in the world. The U.S. Mint has never officially confirmed the exact number of 2012 era pennies released. That's what adds to their mystique. Numismatic experts believe less than 10 authentic era coins exist today, and of those, only a few are known to be in pristine, mint-state condition. What makes these coins so rare? First, it's the metal anomaly, coins not matching the standard composition. They weigh slightly differently. They have a subtle sheen. And under magnification, their strike details appear sharper and deeper, due to experimental die pressure. Second, some of these coins were double struck, a mint error where the coin is struck twice by the press, creating a visible overlap in the design. This error, combined with the rare alloy, creates a numismatic holy grail. Third, there's the legend of the Philadelphia and Denver mint mix-up. Reports suggest that one of the 2012 coins shows markings and characteristics from both mints and impossibility unless a minting error occurred during a transitional phase. This trifecta metal error, double strike, and mint anomaly has made the 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin a millionaire's dream. So how did we arrive at that staggering figure $74 million? Let's break it down. In early 2024, a private collector from Dubai reportedly purchased a verified 2012 Liberty 1-cent era coin for $42 million USD at a private auction. That coin was graded MS-70 by the professional coin grading service. Following that sale, the demand for the coin surged globally. High-end collectors, investment groups, and even tech billionaires began scouring the planet for other surviving examples. By late 2024, a second example surfaced, this one graded MS-69. It was sold to an anonymous Asian investor for $55 million, and now, in 2025, the most pristine, flawless 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin, believed to be one of two known MSIS, valued at a jaw-dropping $74 million in the current numismatic market. Just imagine a coin you could once find in your pocket change, now worth more than luxury yachts, sports cars, and penthouse skyscrapers combined. Now, here's the part you've all been waiting for. How do you know if you have one of these rare coins? Here are the signs to look for. Weight check. A standard penny weighs 2.5 grams. These rare era coins weigh closer to 3.11 grams. Color and sheen. They have a slightly reddish golden hue, not the typical coppery tone. Magnification details. Look for sharp doubling on the date or the word Liberty. Die characteristics. On some, there's a visible mint mark anomaly like a faint D overlapping a P. Sound test. When dropped, the rare alloy coins produce a higher pitched ring than regular pennies. If you suspect you have one, get it graded immediately by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in authentication could unlock life-changing wealth. So the next time you check your change, remember, that ordinary-looking penny might just be a ticket to millions. The 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin isn't just metal. It's history. It's rarity. It's legend. And it's a living reminder that even in the modern world, treasure still hides in plain sight. To all our fellow collectors, keep looking. Keep dreaming. Because in the world of numismatics, magic is real, and it's often copper-colored. Thank you for joining us today on this unforgettable journey into the world of the $74 million 2012 Liberty 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more content on rare, mysterious, and wildly valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a discovery. Drop a comment below if you've ever seen a 2012 penny that looked different. This is Numismatics Coins History, reminding you that treasure is closer than you think.